All right. Awesome. How you guys doing?
We're good. How are
Yeah,
you?
good. Thanks for doing this. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, it
And doing
is.
you two together. I never did two of you together, so
Really?
yeah. But I figure it was appropriate for you guys because you guys always
Yeah,
seem to be
see pictures. Yeah,
yeah. So this is going to be fun.
I
Okay.
agree.
So let's just start with the questions. And what I do is I use the questions to kind of steer the discussion. So it's not like I'm just going to answer you these questions, then you're going to give me the answer and we're done. We'll talk about whatever and we'll see how it goes. All right.
Yep.
You guys nervous?
No.
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 Yeah.
Probably because you guys know me more than anything, huh?
Yeah.
Especially Emma. Emma, do you remember playing on an all-star team with me?
Yeah. I still have the pictures from there.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. That was a good
Yeah, it
team.
was.
Oh, where were you at, Abby?
I I honestly I played for Beaver for a little bit,
So
and
you
then
were
I
Beaver.
also
Okay.
played for like Patterson
Okay.
at the time.
Okay. All right. I was just curious because I don't remember you when you were younger. You just kind of
No.
I
Yeah.
first realized I first recognized you like I think it was in the seventh or eighth grade is when I was like
Yeah.
who's Abby?
Yeah, I played for Beaver for a little bit. Like I first started playing in like Black Hawk Patterson.
Okay.
Because we lived in like Western Beaver, and then we
Okay.
moved to TV.
Gotcha. All right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start up. So this is the warm up round.
Okay.
So and um yeah, both of you will answer. I was going to say we can like alternate, but both of you answer.
Okay.
All right. So whoever wants to start. So um, this, I changed this question. Now it used to be a walk-up song, but I've realized that a lot of girls don't have walk-up songs.
Yeah.
So I changed it to your pregame hype music. What is
Yeah.
it?
We've kind of both listened to like rap
And like hip hop.
or like
yeah.
throwbacks. It just kind of depends on the meaning of the game. Like if it's like a super big game, or if it's just kind of like a okay, like if it's a section game and like we really need to win it.
Yeah.
Mostly listen to like hype music in a way to try and
Yeah.
get ourselves like our blood going, get pumped up. But if it's like a game that doesn't really mean so much, we'll kind of just like go in there with like a steady like mood and listen
Like
to like
some
throwbacks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Like you guys really have a plan with music.
Yeah.
Is this just you two or is it like a team thing? You
It's
guys.
more of like a
Yeah,
team
team.
thing.
Okay.
But we're kind of just like we set the mood like, all right,
But
this
if
game
it's
means
like
a lot.
yeah, if it's a big game, it's not gonna be a team thing. It's gonna be like individual music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we'll put our headphones in and
Mhm.
just like tune in.
Yeah. Cool. All right. That's awesome. All right. So, okay. So this is a good question. I like this one. If you could describe your softball career in one word, what would it be?
Mine would kind of be, I would say like memorable, but also like hectic. Like I took a lot of like roads to get like where I need to be.
Yeah.
And I would kind of say that like it was like a really like long and memorable journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bounced around from several travel teams, didn't you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did. I think 3.
Yeah. Okay. And then Emma, you were more consistent.
Yeah,
with your-
I've been on the same team for probably oh my goodness, since I was like 7, I think.
Yeah.
Or 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So I'm still on it.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That means a lot. And then probably you have probably a core that kind of sticks together on that team, right?
Yeah, there's about oh gosh, 4 of us that have been there for almost the whole entire time.
Yeah. I remember Macy playing against you guys. And I
Mhm.
think it was my Rage team. And
Yeah.
I'm going to forget her name. Her dad was that real big guy. She was a bigger girl too. We were playing in the Pittsburgh Power tournament.
Mhm.
And man, I forget her name.
Savannah or
No. Her dad was always in a walking boot.
oh,
Mets.
oh yeah, Ashley.
Mets. Yes. And I
Yeah.
remember Macy was like, she was like 3'6" at the time.
Yes.
And there's this big girl running around third and Macy's catching. And we have a picture of her sliding at home. And there's this like, and I mean, I'm not making fun of her or anything, but she's a bigger girl. And
Yeah.
Macy's
Yeah,
this
I
little
think you're
tiny
talking
thing.
about Lexi Metz, that's her name.
Yes, that's her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's a little tiny Macy. I was like, oh
Yeah.
man, it's
Yeah.
funny. The picture's hilarious. I'll have to show it on. Maybe I'll show it on here since we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what's your one word to describe your career there, Emma?
Definitely unforgettable for me.
Yeah.
Like, uh, since I've been on the same team for so long, it's like I've known these girls for like forever, so I cannot forget like everything that we've been through
Mm,
and all the games we played.
yeah. You
Yeah.
guys did a lot of traveling too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did. Yeah, we travel pretty far for
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So game day essentials. So this is always an interesting question here. This first one. Some girls do well with it, others don't. What's
Yeah.
your go-to pregame snack or
I
meal that gets you
always,
going?
it's so funny because I always have a Dr. Pepper like before my games. Like no matter what, like or where I am, I always have a Dr. Pepper. Like my favorite was last year. Coach Aaron would always bring me a Chick-fil-A Dr. Pepper. Like home or away games, she would
She would
always,
bring, so she'd actually feed
yeah.
into this.
Oh yeah, like if I didn't have one for my games, it was like I would play bad.
That's funny.
And
And
my
that's not very healthy. You know that, right?
it's not healthy at
Okay.
all.
Okay.
I would have to eat really good after to try and make it,
Yeah.
but I never did. But my snack would have to be Sour Patch Kid watermelon or
Okay.
Mexican, like Mexican
Yeah.
food for
Oh,
after.
Mexican food. How can you play after eating Mexican food?
Oh, it's definitely like for after too. It's like our little reward that we always do.
Okay.
But Dr. Pepper and Sour Patch Kid watermelons are my
Nice.
go-to
Yeah,
food.
that's up there with not the very healthy ones.
Yeah. Not one of like the salads or vitamins.
Yeah.
Straight to the sugar.
How about you, Emma? Are you the healthy type or what?
No, I
No.
usually eat like beef sticks or a whole plate of pasta if it's a game that's not after school. So
That's not bad though. Like,
yeah,
you want the carbs and then you got the
Yeah.
protein with the
Yeah.
beef sticks. That's not too bad.
yeah.
That's not straight sugar like Abby's chowing
Like
down.
Abby.
Yeah. My straight Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, here's another interesting one. So do you have any game day superstitions or rituals that you swear by?
So, there's like a rule where you can't really like wear jewelry,
Yeah.
but I always have to wear like it's like my Blessed Mother, I wear it all the time. I always have to like wear it. Or I'll for like a minute, like whenever like I step out on the field, like I'll have to have it. But as a team, we always pray before our games. I
Yeah.
feel like if we don't pray, then it's just like leading us into the game, like with like a
Yeah.
bad like juju in a way.
Right.
So we always pray before our game.
CB's been doing that forever. I remember
Yeah,
taking
that's
Macy up when she was in 7th and 8th grade and watching him do that.
yeah, that's one
Yeah.
tradition that like I hope like after we leave, like the underclassmen carried it on because I think it's a good thing to take
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, make sure they know that it's I mean, that's years. Like that's probably
Oh
that dates back to the center days probably.
yeah, probably.
Yeah. All right, Em, how about you?
For me, mine's not that deep really. I usually just put my socks on before my whole entire uniform. But that's all I do. I don't really believe in superstitions before games.
Okay. Some people don't. A lot of
Yeah.
people do though. And
Yeah.
it's like it messes with you if you don't follow what you want,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think my Dr. Pepper too. If I don't have my Dr. Pepper before my game,
It messes you. That's
I'll have
probably
my
why
Dr. Pepper and pray. It's
that's probably
never
why Aaron
great.
bought it to make sure you guys were pitching okay.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay. So your sock, you put your socks on first?
Yeah.
It's weird.
I have to.
Are they like really high socks? Like you pull them all the way
Yeah.
up over your knee?
Past the knee,
Yeah.
past
It
the
has to
knee.
be past the knee.
Okay. All right. So let's move to on the field.
Okay.
All right. Now this is cool. So what's your most memorable moment on the field? And it could be anything. It can be travel, high school, funny, exciting, whatever you want.
I think for high school, mainly like as a team, was whenever we beat Elwood City this past year. That was a pretty big game. We beat them by 1 point. And I think it was like really memorable because it just showed that like we were behind and it took us like a while to like get back up to beat them in a sense.
Yeah.
And I think just like us coming together as a team because like we really need to show like the point that like teamwork is gonna like make the team be what it is.
Right.
I think that was really memorable because it just goes to show like how much you need everybody to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. And was that later in the season or early in the season?
It was later.
Okay.
It was whenever we played them at Elwood City. It was a
Okay.
night.
Yeah.
That's always a tough
It was
game
a
too.
Senior
Saturday.
night.
Yeah, it was their senior night.
Mhm.
Okay. And
That
it was
was
under
fun.
the lights too.
It was.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
we
cool.
get home till real late.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Elwood's always tough. They're always, they
Yeah.
always have a good team up there. Gary does
Yeah.
a good job coaching.
He
I
does.
think he's retiring or stepping down. I heard he was
might
anyway.
be retiring.
Yeah. Well, I think he's too young to retire. He's just getting out of coaching softball, maybe. At least he better not be retiring. I'm jealous.
I think a personal one though would be like, whenever I hit 2 home runs in travel, like the same day. It was whenever I played on Roadrunners with Emma. It was I
Okay.
hit my first home run, and I was playing with her. Was I playing with you?
Yeah.
I was playing
yeah.
with her, and it was like my first home run. And then I hit another one like right after. And I think that was most memorable because I was like with her and I was like, oh my God.
Do you still have the ball? Did you get
I
the
do.
ball?
I have all of them. Our parents are real sneaky. They just go over and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. We've had this ball
I can
forever."
see your mom and dad doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. Or my brother, who were like, go, Will, go.
He'll probably go grab it before it even hits the ground.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. That's funny. Okay. How about you, Em?
Definitely my sophomore year. It was the first round of playoffs against Deer Lakes. And I remember we haven't won like a playoff game in a while for CV. So definitely winning that one, the energy was there and
It was a good game.
everyone was so hyped and
Yeah.
so excited. And yeah, that's my most memorable moment.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun, that game.
Mm-hmm.
But it was on Trib Live or something. It was streaming on Trib Live. I don't know,
Yeah.
Did you guys see the feed?
It
Yeah.
was.
It's like all you see is backstop fence. I was so mad when I saw that. I'm like, you guys can do
It
better
was,
than
it
this.
was like, I think that was the game where we had 2 home runs too, and I think the score was like 7-3.
Yeah.
And I remember because he was like set up like right in like the right like batter's box,
Mhm.
and you would zoom out and it would just be fence, and I was like, I feel like I can't even watch my highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do better, Trib. Come on.
I know.
Okay. And of course I'm kind of critical because I know how easy it is to set up a camera behind home plate and stream it. Like I don't get why they don't do a better effort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yours is always really good to watch.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right. So this will be fun. So you guys both are pitchers and good hitters. So we have 2 questions here.
Okay.
So who's the toughest pitcher you guys ever faced?
Peyton List,
Yeah,
yeah, for
Peyton
both.
List.
Everyone's saying that.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying it.
She is a really good athlete.
She was a solid hitter and pitcher.
like all
by
around
far.
athlete.
Yeah. I say this all the time. I think she's going to be probably the best athlete softball player to ever come out of this area.
I agree.
She's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Super
up and
nice,
down.
too.
Yeah, she's a good girl. Absolutely. Everybody, the only girl, I think there was one girl who didn't say her, and it was because she never faced her. I was like, if you faced her, you would pick her too.
Good idea.
Yeah,
I just remember everybody like preparing me to like get in the batter's box, and I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So flip it around. Who's the toughest hitter you guys faced?
Peyton.
Yeah, Peyton, definitely her.
Peyton.
I was like,
I remember she took a changeup and a screwball.
Yeah, whatever you threw her, she was taking.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, someone that good, you just have to hope she misses the ball when she swings.
Yeah,
Mhm.
throw
Now-
the ball to the plate.
Now, let me ask this: was she harder to hit on or to pitch against?
The pitch against.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah, by
Mhm.
far.
And you throw a lot. Do you throw a lot more junk than you, Abby? Emma?
We throw about the same.
Yeah, we think the
Okay.
same.
Okay. What's your favorite pitch?
My rise ball and my changeup.
Rise
Definitely
ball.
my curveball.
Rise balls are tough to hit. Do
Yeah.
you have a good rise ball?
Mine's pretty good. Mine's kind of just like a screwball because I hold it like the same spin.
Okay.
So my dad calls it a scries because it screws in and rises. So I throw
Your
it right
dad
at,
would
like,
come up with a unique name like that.
oh yeah, it's like some like backyard like junk pitch, and I'm just
Okay.
like throw it like a screwball and it rises. And I think it's my natural spin is why it does that.
All right.
But it's just really natural and easy for me to throw. But I would say I like coming in with the scries and then going with like a drop,
Mhm.
just like throw people off balance.
That's good. Yeah, because you're throwing on different levels, so that makes it really, really challenging.
And then Emma's curveball, like whenever like we do like the
Yeah.
2 and 2, they're used to like mine being inside and then Emma with her curveball and it just
Yeah.
catches them.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's how our duo really works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, absolutely. I always
Yeah.
thought you guys worked good together.
No, thank you.
What's your favorite pitch, Em? Come on, it's your turn.
Definitely my curve.
Your curve.
It's my best pitch, and I like throwing it a lot. And I've been throwing it for so long that it's like comes natural to me.
Is it a drop curve or just a?
I have both.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
But
you
my
just like
drop-
you like the regular curve.
Yeah, I like the
Okay.
regular
Okay.
better. I have a drop curve, but it's more of it's slower, but it's not like a change up.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
an
tough. You have to have the right catcher too for that, because
Yeah.
you're gonna get in the dirt. And you have to get someone to block it.
Yeah.
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 Especially when there's runners on.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's see here. Okay, teammates and team spirit. So if you can give an award to any of your teammates, who would it be and for what?
I would give mine to Emma. I think we would both give ours to each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
I just think that like because we've known each other for so long, we just kind of like bonded in a way that like I can look at her and be like, I don't know what to do. And she's like, she tells me what she would do. And I'm like, okay, I trust her enough to like
Mhm.
do what she thinks is best.
Yeah.
And I think that our parents are so close where it's like, I kind of like, I'd want like my dad to be like, oh, like, what does my dad think I should do? And our parents, I think the same, and they would tell us the same thing. So I'm like, okay, if Emma says I should do it, then our dad's definitely like backing us up.
Yeah.
And like, she's always there for me. Like whenever I'm pitching or like I'm hitting, especially when I'm pitching, I try to like clear out the noise and like
Mhm.
the other teams, but I always like have my ear out for her on like first or the outfield.
Yeah. Yeah.
She definitely cheers the loudest, and it's like I would definitely give it to her because I always hear her out of everyone else.
Yeah. That voice that carries, huh?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So the awards. Okay. What's one word your teammates would use to describe you?
I would say mine would be very energetic. And I don't know. I would
I was gonna
say
use the same word.
yeah, we're both very energetic. Or like enthusiastic in a way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We try to bring each other up and like the teammates. Sometimes we're a little bit like sarcastic and like we try to like joke around, but I think we're always just trying to like do what's best for the team and trying to make sure that everybody's getting along and that like
Yeah.
everybody's like feels the same way about each other like as family.
That's hard to do. I know.
It is hard to do.
I know.
So-
I have experience with CV, so I know that's tough to do.
Oh yeah.
It's tough everywhere. It's not just CV.
Yeah. But I would definitely say like try and bring like the high energy and like just bring everybody together.
Yeah.
Mine's definitely the same. Energetic.
Yeah. So let's talk about your new coach. Do you like her?
I haven't really been around her that much. We haven't been to like a lot of practices just because we have other things going on.
Yeah.
But I have met her once and I think she's super nice and I'm
Yeah.
looking
Yeah,
forward
she
to like
is
this
really
coming
nice.
season.
Yeah. I love Brittany. I think she's
Oh,
gonna really do you guys well this year.
I think oh yeah, I'm
She
excited.
definitely brings a change
She
from
is.
prior years.
Yeah. What section are you guys in? Are you in with Blackhawk?
In Blackhawk, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun section.
I think so too.
It's like almost all Beaver County teams now.
Yeah, it's like a Beaver County like tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Do you think you're gonna do well this year? What's your
I think we should. There's
We
a
have
lot
a
of
chance, yeah.
there's a lot of underclassmen, so I think if we really like rally the team together and we just like actually this year like play for each other, then I think we should like do good. And I think it's a good like stepping stone because we have a new coach and we're considered to be like the seniors and like the upperclassmen this year.
Yeah.
So I feel like if we just like take the role and set like where it needs to be, then I think it could like really help and change for like
Yeah.
future
And
years.
you guys have playoff experience, so
Yes.
you understand what
Like,
needs to do to get there. And
yeah.
yeah, so that's cool. And is it still only you two seniors? Did anyone else sign up?
We had others sign up. I'm not sure if they stayed with it,
Mhm.
but I know there might be, I think it's just us, there might be one more, but I know for sure there's us too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there might just be us two again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good though. And then plus you guys are the pitchers, so
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
what's really
that's
cool about it.
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, you're just you're just a leader because you're a pitcher. The pitchers are usually the leaders, so I mean, it's going to work out well.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay. Okay. So looking ahead, so what are your plans after graduation, and are you thinking about playing softball at college?
So I was looking to play softball at Mercyhurst,
Mhm.
but I had like a really like long like thinking process with my parents, and I decided to not continue my softball career
Okay.
just because I'm going into like the medical and biology field.
Yeah, that's tough.
And I think that like I personally would like to leave my memories like with Central Valley and like just like take the next chapter of my life.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to attend Penn State, Maine. And
Party
like with
school.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, but I think that's where like my future is for me.
Yeah. No, that's good. I mean, in the medical field, I mean, the coaches that are recruiting you will tell you if you're in the medical field, it's tough. That's
Yeah,
really
and
tough.
I just think that like I would love to like carry on like for softball, and like I think it would be like super fun for me. But at the same time, like I know that like the next chapter of my life is going to be a lot, and I think that I would like want to put all my energy into something that's going to be like my future.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, I mean, the bottom line is you only have 4 years left if you play
Yeah.
college ball, and then
Yeah.
it's nothing, so.
And I also think that like the memories like I made with like mostly like Emma and like everybody else like on CV softball, I think that I would want to leave my memories there instead of start something new for 2 years and then try and leave and restart all over again.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, good for you for making that decision. That's not
Yeah.
easy to do.
It was super hard. It like I started thinking about it during like the summer whenever I was like going through like recruiting and stuff. And I like my dad asked me, he was like, Abby, is this like really what you want to do? And I was like, well, I don't know what I want to do. And I think what really sold it for me was whenever he said, do you love the game? And I said, yes. And he said, well, are you in love with the game or do you just love it? And I was like, well, I love playing it, but I'm not in love with like the actual sport. So I think that's like one perspective that like most girls could take into like going to like the next level.
Well, I'll tell you this, Macy, she just left to go back to college just a little bit ago, and her day starts tomorrow at 5 a.m. for softball.
It's super hard.
So it's a lot. You're training more. You're doing a lot more than just college.
Yeah.
And it makes it tough. It makes the grades tough. It makes your social life tough. There's a lot of challenges with it.
Yeah.
Not to depress you, Emma. I know where you're going already.
Yeah. I mean, I'm already committed to Cedarville University. I'm looking to play 4 more years.
Mhm.
I'm undecided with my major right now, but hoping to decide a major by July.
Do you have any idea?
Yeah, I want to either do chemical engineering or maybe like actuarial science. So,
Okay. You like numbers then, huh? You're a
yeah.
numbers girl.
Yeah.
We're so opposite.
Yeah.
That's my oldest is a numbers girl. She's in like finance and
Mhm.
something or else. I don't know.
She's up at Pitt, right?
She's graduating from Pitt this summer. Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
congrats.
Yeah. And then Macy's doing exercise science.
Yeah, I
So
remember
that's
that.
so it's different, but
Yeah.
it's cool. So how did you find Cedarville, Emma?
I was going through like colleges online and I knew I wanted to do either Division 2 or 3. And I was looking at like colleges that have like engineering programs and I stumbled upon it. Well, actually my dad stumbled upon it. And
Tim.
yeah. And he stumbled, I don't know where he stumbled upon it, but it's a Christian university. And he was like, you should really go to a camp here. And he signed me up for a camp, and I went. And I really liked it there. The campus is really nice. The coaches are so great,
Yeah.
actually. And all around it, I loved it there. But I went to a few more camps elsewhere, and I didn't really feel the same way about them.
Yeah.
So that's basically where I picked my decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you go to, I mean, look, recruiting's tough. That whole process is just so stressful, and
And, yeah.
it's terrible. Yeah, I mean, it's so
Yeah.
terrible.
The stress is, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's-
stresses everybody. It stresses the parents, the kids, the coaches, everybody.
The
Mhm.
poor
but-
coaches.
But when you find that school, you're like, yeah, this is where I want to be. You just
Yeah.
know. And it's probably the same thing for you, Abby. Whenever you went there, you're like, yeah, I like it here.
Yeah,
At Penn
whenever-
State. Did
Oh,
you
yeah.
visit Penn State?
I did. Well, my family, like my cousin and my uncle went there, my dad's brother, and I went up to a game, and my parents always trust like family to me, like through sports and everything.
Yeah.
And Mercyhurst was really big on family too, and that's what was so hard, because I was like, I want to go to a college that really expresses like family and like everybody being together. And one thing that I noticed was like the Penn State teams, they don't have their names on the back of their jerseys because they all want to be one team.
That's cool.
So
I didn't know that.
They really express family there,
Yeah.
and like it is a party school, but I like really like that atmosphere and the way everybody was like there for each other.
Did you go to a football game?
I did, yeah.
I've
It's-
never been.
yeah.
It just looks insane, though.
Oh my goodness, it is like an experience like to never forget.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool. Maddie's there, right? Maddie
Maddie is
Spurnick?
there.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
that'll be cool.
It will be.
You'll probably never see her unless you guys are out partying or something. so big.
She's so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Maddie. When she played on my team, she never said a word.
Oh,
Ever.
Maddie
She
got
never
herself
said a
so
word.
much.
She did.
It's so
And
funny.
she came over to the house one day. I think some of all you might have been there. I don't know.
Yeah,
But-
was it like a Sunday?
And she's talking like she's having full-fledged conversations. I'm like, who is this?
Yeah, she's changed a lot.
Yeah.
Maddie and we got close my junior year because Maddie tore her ACL.
Yeah.
Or both of them, actually.
Yeah. She had a tough time.
Yeah, and I never really talked to Maddie. I've always talked to Caroline because I played
Mhm.
middle school with her, but I never really talked to Maddie. And me and Maddie, me, Emma, Caroline, and Maddie, we all got super close.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think that's another thing that like I miss from like last year was like our friend group going to Hank's after.
Oh, yeah.
And I just think that that's another thing that like I'm gonna like miss in a sense, like leaving like my teammates.
Yeah.
I think just like everybody growing as like a person was something that was like good to take from.
Yeah. That's big too. Like going out to Hanks and that. Like you
Yeah,
want to
like-
make sure the whole team goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean that means so much to the team building. Just building the teammates and trusting
know
each other and all that
each
stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to do during practice because you can't really like talk while like you're doing
Mhm.
drills or whatever. You try, but at the same like you gotta focus.
Yeah.
So we always usually do team bonding like once a month. But sometimes like after practice, if it's nice and warm, we'll be like, all right, we're going to Hank's. If you
Yeah,
guys want
just
to
go.
come, like you guys are more than welcome to join us. And
Who's
whoever
going to turn down ice cream? I know I would.
Oh, never us.
Okay, so what's one piece of advice you'd give to younger players who look up to you?
I would tell like especially like the smaller kids and girls who look up to me, I would just tell them to like take each day like as the day and not try to focus so much on the future because you can't really change the past one and you can't like say or know what's going to happen in the future. So I would just take like everything happens for a reason and just take each day by that day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And especially like if you put good energy out in the world, it's going to come back to you.
Yeah, that's a good comment there. I never heard anyone say that.
Yeah.
Positive energy. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear by it.
Yeah. How about you, Em?
I definitely say don't be afraid to fail. It is a game of failure, and you can't really learn if you don't fail.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
So
agree.
you're gonna have to fail at some point.
How
You
many
never know when you're gonna
girls how many girls struggle with that? Yeah, like
I
So
with it.
many. So
like
many.
it's. I mean, like kid, if you hit the ball 30% of the time,
You're
that's good.
cheating.
You're an all
I
star.
think I think another thing is like you try so hard and you press so hard to succeed that you end up failing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like especially like you can put all your work and all your time into games, and it's just if you go out and you play your hardest and like the actual game and take what you practice into the game. I know me especially, I would try everything I can. I would press so hard to the point where like I would be crying
Mhm.
because I would feel like I was a failure.
Yeah.
But I think it's just if you just go into the game having confidence in yourself and in your team, then that's what's going to lead to success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of that too is the girls. There's a lot of girls, especially in high school, that don't really do extra. They just kind of go through the motions. And some
Yeah.
girls just want to be there for the fun of it, which is fine.
Get out of
Mm.
school, yeah.
Yeah, but you if you're confident in yourself, and the only way you're going to get confident is if you practice and prepare and get ready.
Yeah.
If you're not ready, then you're going to have issues or problems, and you're going to overthink it, and it's like studying for a test. If you
Yeah.
study a lot and prepare, you're going to be confident when you take that test. If you don't study enough, you know what's happening before you even grab that pencil.
And big F.
Yeah, yeah,
And you can't expect yourself to do very highly if you don't practice a lot.
Yeah.
right.
So yeah.
And the other thing too, I see is some parents are very unrealistic with
Yeah. They think
things.
that
And
it
it-
should just come like that.
It hurts some of the girls because they're putting too much pressure on them.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So last couple questions here.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. So if you could have any superpower on the field, what would it be?
Mine was telepathy. I would want to read the pitcher's mind and see what she's throwing. So I could be like, okay, like I want to hit, or like I would want to like read the girl's minds to be like, okay, like don't drop my hands, and then throw her like, like a pitch.
Okay. So you
Like,
okay.
mine's like mind reading.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Mine? Definitely when you're on like a walking spree, I want to be able to throw a strike. Like that instant.
The superpower to do what I want.
Yeah.
But see, the people who don't pitch don't realize how hard
How
that
hard
is.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're like struggling and throwing ball after ball after ball, you're like, okay, let's throw a strike.
Yeah.
And you just
especially
can't.
Yeah.
Whenever like I hear like somebody be like, come on, just throw a strike.
Yeah.
How hard is it? It's like,
Oh yeah.
You just want to throw the ball
I
at
know,
them.
like, you know what? Here's another ball.
Yeah, I know how that is. I'll tell you what, I pitched one time when man, I must have been 11, 12 years old. I pitched,
Yeah.
and my coach did not take me out of the game, and I could not throw a strike. I bet you I walked 30 people that inning. It was terrible. And I was like, that's it. I'm done. I'm never pitching again.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
No. It's definitely you have to have the mental power to be able to pitch.
Well,
Yeah, it's
and
really, yeah.
how much time and effort and how money did you dump into
Oh my
pitching?
God.
Too
I would
much.
love to see the form of how much time, like pitching lessons
Mhm.
and like hitting, especially, just like how much time we spent. Just
It's a commitment. Yeah.
it's definitely a full-time job.
Mhm.
And how much more money it is for pitching is like crazy.
Yeah.
How
And
much
are-
time, even not even paying, just like being at home, like spinning and spinning and spinning.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're right. And if you don't do that, then you're not going to be good. So you can
It's a
see
little
who puts in extra work and who doesn't just because of the success on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not many girls out there that's throwing a sock into their mirror like some of you. Emma, are you pitching in college?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
definitely-
Are you going to be playing other positions too, or are you pitcher only?
I think I'm PO only right now,
Okay.
but it can change.
Oh yeah. Once they see you hit the ball a couple times, I'm sure it'll change.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So fill in the blank, and we're getting close on time, but we'll see.
Okay.
Or fill in the blank. Softball is what?
I feel that people always say softball is just a game, but I think softball to me is more of like a growth, like a learning and like way to grow. Like I feel like I wouldn't be the same person I am without softball. So I definitely
Mhm.
say a growing process, or like I would say like it's a big part and chapter of me.
I'd say softball is very eventful. So basically, like building off of what she said.
Yeah.
It's cool. All right.
Yeah,
Well, we
thank
made
you
it.
so much.
You.
All right, guys. Good luck this year, and
Thank
I'll be
you.
following you, and hopefully I can stream several games.
Yeah, we hope to see you there.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.